Yo, what is up guys, MrPantaloons here with Omnia, and in today's video we are going to be talking a little bit about the latest lost chapters. So this is going to be sort of a lost chapter recap, so we did manage to complete all three of them. And, let's talk about them, right? So first off, we got Prish lost chapter with Prish, Ishtola and King there with the synergy. Now out of those three characters, I think, well, honestly, I think all three of them would do really well here, and that is because this last chapter is not that hard, right? But especially Prish, she is gonna be amazing, not just for this one, but for all the lost chapters basically. So for this one, the level 90 right here, we did get a 31k score, but this was not actually our first score, so I actually went just for fun and I got 31k. Let me see. So I got 31k playing with Lightning, Tidus and Cloud. So pretty much this team right here. So that's a full MLB Lightning with an MLB 35 Tidus, so no 15 passive and no 15 passive on Cloud either, but he does have 2 limit breaks on the Rune Blade, so he's a tough cookie. Also, I have really good passives on all of them, and I think I used, oh yeah, Ifrit with Squall, most likely. Ifrit with Squall, and Squall is really good here, plus Ifrit, because if you take a look at the boss, you can utilize the Ifrit to its full potential right here with the fire weakness, and Ifrit plus Squall is a really good combo. He will deal a ton of damage. Also, Cloud synergizes really well with Squall, because if you get some bravery with solid barrel on Squall, then he can easily dump it down by using the Cloud finishing touch. So it works like a charm, right? But for the first run, we actually did Lightning, Tidus and Vaughn. So we went in with Vaughn, and my Vaughn, I don't have the 15 CP passive. I do have 1 limit break on the 35, and he also has some pretty good passives. And we did get 28k, so that also got us all the scores. I forget which the requirement. I think the requirement was like 24k or something, I'm not sure, but it took us pretty much 30 minutes, so this was a short fight. And also there's only one Chimera in here, only one Chimera Golem, so the fight is pretty straightforward. It's kind of easy as well. You only got one tanky boy here, and the things that you gotta look out for are the following. So the tough skin is gonna be kind of annoying. It grants defense up to self. However, he only does this when he goes into red HP bar, so he uses it pretty late, so it's not that big of a problem for pretty much most teams out there. And then you wanna use these weaknesses here, so the fire, wind and holy, you want to make use of them. And then the other thing that you need to watch out for is the sandstorm here, which is the group brave plus HP attack. Now while he still has a decent health pool, he will do the sand breath instead, so that's not gonna do much. The sand breath is actually trivial, it won't do anything, but once the HP goes down a bit, you really have to watch out for the dragon. And it's pretty much on the second dragon form you're gonna expect a sandstorm, so you're gonna have to build bravery there to avoid getting one of your characters one shot, or just take a lot of damage for your team. Now if you do run Vaughn for this one, Vaughn is obviously really good with his wide whirl for the wind attack right here, but you can also go for the luminescence. So the luminescence, the second part of the wide whirl, actually deals more damage than the wide whirl. But check this out, there's some really interesting interaction. If you go for the luminescence here and you get the blind on the boss, then what happens is, if you'll do the sandstorm and he misses your characters, then, or he misses like 2 of them, then the third one will get one shot essentially, because it splits the damage between whoever gets hit, right? So the fewer characters getting hit, that means the more damage they will take. So you really have to be careful when using Vaughn, just to avoid that kind of situation. But yeah, this fight pretty easy. Pretty much any character is viable here. You can just bring your best team and you should be able to do it with the right strategy in mind. Now next up we got the Faris Lost Chapter. So on this one we got Faris, Yang, Penelo. Ooh, so this one, Faris really shines on this one. King and Penelo, or Yang and Penelo, not sure on this one. Penelo, I think she's not gonna be that good here. And Yang, I don't know, he might do some stuff. It's quite tricky though, because there might be a problem with Yang when using his kick. But anyway, we actually played for 4 hours in this one. We were trying different setups, but we did manage to get the almost 27k here. We did it in 74 turns, so you wanna be careful with your turns. You need to deal as much damage as possible as fast as you can. Also, we got on the 5th wave at the 39 turn mark. So turns are really important in this one, because you have to clear it within 90 turns, and in order to get the high score milestone, you're gonna need maybe 75 or less, something like that, right? Because I got this one right here, 27k almost, with 74 turns. Now the boss right here, Lamia Queen, she's gonna be guarded by a Ramza and a Shantoro, and she's gonna be trying to revive them every time you kill them. And the reason I said Yang might be not that great here is mainly because of Shantoro, because when she drops to 50% or below HP, she gets meaner, right? So Yang, since he deals AoE HP attack, he might deal too much on the Shantoro, which you might not necessarily want. But other than that, Yang, I don't know, he might be interesting here. But I don't know if he has his 35 CP, that's kind of the problem. But anyway, moving on. So also, here's another tip. So on the 5th wave, Lamia Queen will essentially try to go for the charm right away on the character who has max bravery. And basically you lose that turn, and you also lose bravery that she will steal. So ideally you want to like HP attack or try to deal as little bravery damage as possible, so that you don't feed her bravery for no reason, right? Because then you have to shave all that bravery, so you're losing your bravery in the process as well. So you can save a lot there. Also, I didn't say what team I used. So for 74 turns, almost 27k score, we used this team right here, Lightning, Vaughn, and Faris. Again, Faris with the 35 CP really shines here. She has some really nice debuffs that she can put on all 3 of them. Also, the Dispel is going to be nice against Ramza. And she just hits like a truck. She has the Water Whirl for the Lamia Queen. She is weak to water, which means you could also bring Leviathan. And if you do bring Leviathan, you're going to want to have a Squall friend unit, because he's going to hit like a truck. However, Ifrit is by far the better option. The attack, the 20% attack, is just so much better than everything else in the game right now. So if you're struggling, not dealing enough damage, not getting enough turns, you really need to go for Ifrit. And if you go Ifrit, then Squall is not that great of an option anymore, because you bring in Squall just to take the water advantage with the summon. But Ifrit, it's fire, so you're not going to get that advantage. So instead, you should be going with a Vaughn friend unit. Now, I showed you my Lightning and my Vaughn. My Faris, she only has a 35 CP, so nothing special here. I don't know if I got some interesting passives here, but she's got that synergy, and the 35 CP is really good. Let me see. Also, how do we... Okay, so that's about the Lamia Queen. For Shantoro and Ramza, you gotta be careful for both of them. The strategy I chose was to try and kill Ramza. I killed him I think about 2 times because I really need to kill the Lamia Queen fast as well, so I kill Ramza 2 times to buy myself some time, but then I have to kill the Lamia Queen so I can end the game because I need the turns, right? So that kind of works, and you gotta be careful about Shantaro because she can do quite a lot of stuff. She's got quick turn rate, she can do a lot of damage, and Ramza with the Brave Regen, with his shout, he also has quick turns, so you really have to control the fight here. Try to take as many or as few breaks as you can. Ideally you don't want to take too many breaks while dealing with these 3 because it can really go out of hand. So and that is pretty much for this one. Also, another tip, you might want to get more HP on your characters, which is something I didn't do, and it kind of cost me in the first few runs. But if you go to your passives, make sure to get some of these HP passives. Yeah, as you can see, I'm missing 2 of them on lightning, and it would have been nice to have them because sometimes you may get one shot by some RNG there. So that is with the Faris LC. Next up we got Ramza LC. So Faris, definitely the hardest one. Oh, we should talk about, so which character would be good here, because this one is by far the hardest one, right? So let's take a look here. So we got Faris, obviously she's gonna be nice here. Tidus is pretty nice as well because the fight is all about momentum. You want to be fast and you want to deal a lot of damage. Tidus, he can deal some damage and he's fast, right? So that kind of works for him, but I think he still needs some kind of attack buff, so maybe you need his 15 CP passive. I don't have his 15 CP passive, and even if I have the MLB 35, he was still lagging behind, right? I could do the 6 slash combos, but then he would essentially be done. So I have to just swap him out for someone else. Then Cloud with his 35 CP is a real good choice. He deals a lot of damage. Lightning, she's really good if you have her MLB. She deals a lot of damage. She is fast. Vaughn, if he has his 35 CP, he will deal a lot of damage as well. Yang might be interesting. You might need him MLB or something. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to play him myself, see what happens. Penelo, I think she's not gonna cut it here because she's gonna waste a lot of turns with pretty meaningless buffs. Maybe if you have her 35 CP, maybe then, but I'm not sure. Squall, another good option. He has a lot of damage potential. Ashe, probably not. She's kind of slow. She doesn't do that much in terms of HP damage. She does do good brave damage, but her max bravery kind of lacks. Zidane, probably not that great. Sad is gonna be good here with his 35 CP because he is amazing right now, right? Ace, now for Ace, I feel like if you had him like MLB, maybe he would be good. Right now he kind of lacks in terms of damage, so that's why you might need him MLB, just to have some extra firepower. Balthier, probably not that good. Ramza could be interesting, although I'm not sure. The Brave Regen might not help that much. You need firepower. You do get some attack up, so I don't know, but Aiko would definitely be a better choice, so you can definitely go for Aiko instead. Cecil, probably not, although he does have AoE, still needs some help with his HP pool, right? Setzer could actually be pretty good here. He can control the fight really well, so if you have Setzer, he might be an option. Bartz would probably be decent as well. He hits pretty hard, but I'm not sure how fast he will be. Firion, Onion Knight, Steiner, Celeste. Now Celeste should be really nice, not for this one, but for the Ramza Lost Chapter, where you have 2 dragons that deal a lot of magic damage. You can bring Celeste in there and have some fun, because she will absorb all that damage. Yuna, Zell, Garnet. Now Garnet, she's gonna be pretty good in here as well. She does have water damage, she does have AoE, so she could definitely be good here. Laguna as well, although Laguna doesn't have his 35 CP, so he might lag behind a bit, but also he He's got a lot of AoE and debuffs. He might be good here. Galoof, Lael, Hope. Hope could be interesting with the protection buffs. Shantoto, Cyan Edge. Papalymo is gonna be good since he deals a lot of damage. Also, he's gonna help with the Lamias with the ice attacks since they are weak to ice. Prish is gonna be really good here with her AoEs. She's gonna control the fight really well. Yaffy Lion, Krill, I'm not sure, I don't think Krill would be that nice here. Ishtola, probably not. Seymour, I think Seymour is gonna have some problems here, especially since he has very low use count on his Lance of Atrophy, so probably not the best choice. Sabin, he does have some AoE, but I'm not sure how much damage she can deal out. And then Aerith might be interesting as well. She does heal your party. You got the Brave Regent, so she could be useful. Kane could deal some damage. Not sure though how good he would do or how well he would do. Thancred would be interesting if you pair him up with, say, Faris, since you get the poison from Faris and then Thancred can go to town. So he'd be interesting to try him out at least. Then let's see what we have. Vincent also could be interesting because he does have quite a few debuffs at his disposal. The attack down especially would be really nice, so he could work. Then we have Vanille. She would also be an interesting pick. Now Vanille, she if you have her 35 CP, her Dispel is gonna be really nice, but I think her Deep Protect really slows her down, so I'm not sure how she does after you run out of Dispel basically. And then next up we got, let's see, we got Edgar and Irvine. They both have AoE attacks, so they might work as well if you have them well geared. And then finally Sarah. I'm not sure, Sarah might be decent in here as well. But anyway, enough talk about Paris. We also have Ramza. So Ramza, last chapter real quick. So we have Ramza, Waka and Zidane here for the synergy. Now both Ramza and Zidane, in my opinion Zidane is also pretty good here, and Ramza as well. Waka, not too sure though, I'm gonna have to try him out. I did complete this one with 100 wait a minute, okay, so we got 33k, but I completed it in 1 hour 30 for 24k with Lightning, Tidus Cloud and Ifrit Vaughn. So this one is an interesting fight. You got 3 waves with initially one dragon after another, and then you have 2 of these mighty dragons at the end, and they can do some stuff here, but nothing too crazy. There isn't really anything you need to worry about. Probably the Brave plus HP is the most threatening one, and then they remove their debuffs. So if you bring someone to debuff, you're gonna have to watch out for that. But again, this fight is straightforward, nothing really to worry about here. Just bring your strongest units, bring an Ifrit if you need, take a Vaughn or a Squall or whatever kind of friend unit. Pretty much anything works here as long as you're using some kind of strategy. And also, just as a side note, I took the first boss out. So for the final wave with the 2 bosses, I took the first one down at turn 59. So if you manage to kill the first boss around that time, you should be more than good. So that is it about the last chapter recap. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, these have been a lot of fun. Prish and Ramza, fairly easy, but also a bit challenging and pretty fun. And then Faris needs a little bit of adapting because it can be quite interesting. So there you go guys, that is it for this video. Let me know what you think about the lost chapters. Did you enjoy them? What did you use to complete them? And as always, I shall see you in the next video. Have a good one and take care.